Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be update number 2 in my rolling project 10 pan. I just realized I definitely need some more gloss on the lips. We're looking dry and crusty. Peep a product that we're gonna be rolling in. All right, you guys, today's video is going to be my second update in my rolling project 10 pan, and I'm so excited because I have 3 rollouts that are empties. We have 3 empty products. Some of them are actually super exciting that we're gonna be rolling out today, meaning we're gonna be rolling in 3 products at the end. One of them you may have just seen, and then I'm gonna give you my update and progress on the other products that I'm working on. So if you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, palette themed content, or just chit chatting about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. I'm feeling a little anxious today, so we're drinking my recess mood, which I love. I feel like this is like meant to be drank at night because it's like a magnesium thing. It does not make me sleepy. All right, you guys, all of these products with the exception of one have been in since the introduction, and I actually think we might start with the product that has been in this project the least longest, just so we can get it out of the way. I might be currently filled with regret over rolling this product in. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm. I rolled this in, gave myself a goal to finish it off because every product that I'm working on in this project I want to finish. And this is just gonna take forever. I have already completed one of these wands in the past, and it's one of those products that I feel like you think is going to go really quickly and then it just takes forever. Now granted, it's not like I rolled this in thinking I was gonna finish it next week, but I'm just like now remembering how long it takes. Plus I've been having so much fun with like my Say Dewy blush, cream liquid blush, that I haven't been like wanting to reach for this. I will want to reach for this more in like the spring summertime. There it is swatched right there, and I actually do have it on my cheeks underneath my foundation today with another blush on top, so I'm using it. I'm like, do I really want to roll this in? Anyway, when I rolled this in, I was right here. Now by my best estimate, I'm about right here, but it's really hard to tell with this packaging just because it is like squeezy and there's definitely likely some air in this. But I also know that with these blush wands, once you get, oops, I think mine was open. Once you get to the bottom, or once you get through that air bubble, you're like down to like this little itty bitty bit at the bottom, and it literally takes forever to go through yet. So we're gonna be working on that for a while. Okay, and then every single product has been in since the introduction. I'm gonna save the empties for the end. We're not doing the exciting part first. Why would we? Okay, let's start with some not so exciting things. Let's start with my Rowan quad. This is the 75 degrees quad, and I wasn't gonna do a pan that palette this year, but I thought it would be fun to focus on a quad throughout this project, throughout this year. And this is the oldest of my Rowan quads, and if you're unfamiliar, Rowan it's like a cream shadow formula, so it's gonna go bad more quickly than if I were to roll in like a Natasha Denona 5 pan or like a Pat McGrath powder quad. And I just wanted to track my progress with this. I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on myself. This is something I knew was just going to be in this project the entire year. And so I wasn't disappointed when I didn't use it that much in January, and I again didn't use it that much in February. Now granted, I was reaching for my Mood Forever and 1111 quite a bit in February, and I know I'll get more use out of this like summer, fall time, and I'm okay with that. I just want to like truly see, I just want to track the use and see what it looks like as we go along. So I only reached for this 3 times in the month of February. I reached for this top shade up here 2 times, this shade right here 1 time, this shade right here 1 time, and then I didn't reach for this shade at all. And again, I'm okay with that. We're just gonna, I know I'll get more use out of this again spring summertime. And I used my other Rowan quads. I have another Charlotte Tilbury. Dang it, I knew my camera battery was gonna die, and I'm actually so annoyed right now. Anyway, I have another Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood wand. This is the contour wand. I used to love this product so much, and I just don't anymore. I definitely prefer like my Milk Makeup cream blush, my Nars cream blush. There is something about the shade of this that I'm like, girl, why did you ever like this? So it's hard for me to like motivate myself to reach for this. I haven't made a new line marking because there's definitely like an air bubble I haven't squeezed out. And I honestly cannot tell really where I am at with this product. I'm so excited to just work this out of my collection and be done with it. And it's crazy because I used to say this is definitely a product that I would repurchase, but I don't have those feelings anymore. Like once it's out, it is out. I'm sure we have a long way to go with this. I'm sure we do. I'm excited to get that air bubble out. I am reaching for this. Like I probably reached for this at least 7 to 10 times last update, or since the last update, so I'm reaching for it some. And then I don't know if there'll be great progress on my Natasha Denona Glow highlighter. I had a large pan in this when I rolled this in, and I was really good about reaching for this the first month of the year, but I don't feel like I've reached for it a lot this second month. So I don't know what the progress is gonna look like. My goal is to use this up. This is like a very, very old product in my collection. So no matter what, this needs to like be done at the end of the year. But I was thinking I could like, you know, glow my body up with this as we enter the warmer months. Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say about this. And then I also don't know if we're gonna have great progress on my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ritz. I've actually been doing like full eyeshadow looks the majority of the days throughout February. And even like some weekends, I've been like doing my makeup, washing it off and doing it again. I've been having so much fun with eyeshadow. So I feel like I only reached for this a handful of times. I'll be really curious to see what the progress looks like, if there's any. I gave myself the goal of finishing this up, and I finished my first ColourPop Super Shock last year in 2023. And I'm telling you, even when you get to this last like outer rim, you think you're so close to finishing. And then the product literally goes on for months and months and months. So I know we've got a long road ahead with this. I know we have probably at least, I'm gonna say at least 4 months of like decently consistent use in order to finish that up. So that's still going. And then we have my Kosas lipstick. This is in the shade Vegas. This is old. This is like in their old packaging, and no matter what, this needs to go at the end of the year. It is definitely starting to like get that smell like it's going off, but I've had no issues with it like breaking me out around my lips. I haven't used it as a cream blush. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This is how much product we have left. Goal is to try and finish this up before it goes bad or before the end of the year. Regardless, I need to declutter this no matter where we're at the end of the year. So I am motivated to actually finish this up. Maybe I'll add a little bit just to add like another lip product. It's really easy. That was like a really unattractive way to put that on. Anyway, it is a really easy product to reach for. It is like a satin matte, and because it's such a neutral shade, I don't worry about it really getting on my teeth or like spreading everywhere. I really enjoy it. I do find that I reach for this more in like the spring, summer times, just because it is a little bit more warmer, and sometimes in the cooler months, I like to reach for a cooler lip. I don't know what the progress is gonna look like on this. I feel like I reached for this maybe 5 or 6 times, so who really knows what the progress is gonna look like, if any. But we're still working away at that. Then I have my Refi face primer, the Glow and Sculpt face primer. I rolled this in because I don't get the hype, other than the fact that I feel like this product is gimmicky in that you like roll it on, but because you roll it on, you literally cannot control the amount of product that you put on your face, and this product drives me nuts. I do feel like it does have a bit of a tact to it, but I just don't enjoy this primer. So I'm so excited to roll this out. I did spend like $34 on this, so I do want to get use out of it. It's not like it's a bad primer. It's just definitely not my first choice of a primer. I've been making pretty consistent progress. So when I rolled this in, we were about here. We were here last update, and now by my best estimate, we're about here. I think I've got like the air bubble pretty much out of this. And if we keep chugging along at the same pace, I estimate I probably have about 3 more months of use with this. So March, April, May. So hopefully by like, you know, halfway through the year, we'll be able to roll this out. I'll be excited to roll this out. Okay, and then I believe that brings us to our 3 products that we'll be rolling out. So up first, I have my Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Oil. I did take the stopper out of this, and I'm really excited that this is an empty. My lip product category is historically out of control. I love to try and buy new lip balms, lip oils, lip glosses. I love lip products, and so it's really exciting to be able to have an empty. Spoiler for my makeup rehab update, I'm gonna have quite a few lip empties this this month, which I'm super happy and super excited about. But this, I believe, retails for $29. The packaging feels really cheap, and I really didn't enjoy this product at the beginning. I was like, I do not understand this. This ended up being like my work gloss, and I was filming with this quite a bit towards the end of 2023, just knowing that I was trying to get use out of it because I was going to try and finish it this year. I will say it does offer a really beautiful glow to the lips, and I really did enjoy using this towards the end of its life, but it's not something I would repurchase. I much prefer Lawless Forget the Filler. Okay, my camera battery did indeed die on me, so if I moved a little, you know why. I was very happy that I was able to enjoy this product and that it is now an empty. So we will be rolling in another product to replace this. And then probably even more exciting are my final two empties. So I was able to finish off and empty out my Kosas Revealer Concealer, which makes me so happy because last update I shared that my cap had broken again, which is really frustrating. This is the second Kosas concealer that my cap has broken, and I've owned two. So we're 2 for 2 on my cap breaking. And this is my favorite, one of my favorite concealer formulas, but I will not buy it again because once the cap breaks, it's just so frustrating to use. And I will say, the first time my cap broke, I was like, oh, maybe like it was me. But the second time, I wasn't even like screwing this tightly on, and the cap just broke in half. And I was like, okay, this like was not me. This is definitely a component flaw. I did take the stopper out, and I actually think when I rolled this in, I had significantly less product than I thought. Now, granted, I really did reach for this concealer like every single day, but as you can tell, this is truly like, I have scraped everything that I can get out of this product out, and it is truly an empty. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have my, I believe my first foundation empty of the year, and it is the Merit Stick. I had mine in the shade Cream. And I dug out a little bit, but I'm sure that I could dig out a little bit more. I'm not going to do that because I really don't love this formula. I definitely feel like I liked this more before rolling this in, and then I was consistently using it every day, and I was like, I just don't think this is for me. 2 reasons why. 1, it just does not have the wear time that I'm looking for, especially if this is something that like I'm wearing to work. And 2nd, I just don't feel like it looks great on my skin. I feel like it makes my skin look a little bit dry. It doesn't give me the coverage that I want, but then like it adds like a texture I don't like, so it just isn't a favorite. I actually do have a second Merit Stick in my collection that I think I might end up decluttering just because I'm like, I didn't love using this towards the end. But nevertheless, I'm very excited to have a foundation empty for the year. I'm actually really surprised how quickly I went through this, but I was reaching for this just about every single day. And I do feel like you use stick foundations naturally just quicker than you do like a liquid foundation. That being said, I do have 3 products that I will be rolling in. So as teased in the beginning, I am rolling in the Becca Gloss, this Becca Glow Gloss in collaboration with Chrissy Teigen. This is in the shade Beach Bum. And when I had this sitting up, I marked this right about here. And I'm a little bit nervous about this because last year I panned a Becca gloss, and it is just one of those glosses that goes on and on and on and on. And so I know this is gonna take forever to get through. This is also one of my older glosses in my collection. Becca hasn't been a brand for a number of years now, so it's definitely getting old. It is a shade I really do love though. I think it's a really beautiful gloss, and I think having it in this project will give me that extra boost of motivation to just continue to reach for it, even though it feels like it's taking forever to get through. So obviously the goal with this is to empty it out. I know that's gonna take a number of months, but I'll be excited to move another lip gloss out. To replace the Merit foundation, I'm going to be rolling in another foundation, and I'm going to be rolling in the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. Something happened with my component of this as well. So I also lost the cap somewhere along the way, but before I lost the cap, this was just like sitting on its side in my makeup drawer, and it was like leaking everywhere for no specific reason. Like the lid was on tight. I don't really know what happened, but ever since I've just kept it like upright on a shelf, which is kind of annoying because like I just don't love to do that. And then along the way, I also lost the cap. So I want to use this up so it's not just sitting on a shelf any longer. And this is a foundation that I have really enjoyed using, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase. And it's funny because like I'll go through days where I'm like consistently wearing this and I'm like, I love the way my skin looks, I'm definitely gonna repurchase. But towards the end of the day, I have found that I do feel like my skin just starts to look a little bit dry and not as like refreshed as it does when I wear like my Dior foundation for the same amount of time, or my Guerlain Healthy Glow foundation. So if I'm already spending like a high price point, yes, I know the Guerlain is probably like $20 more, Dior is maybe $10 more, I think I would rather purchase some of those favorites. I will enjoy using this. I really enjoy filming with this. I even like wearing this to work. It's just towards the end of the day, the skin starts to look a little dry. Maybe it's because I've had like 400 milligrams of caffeine and no water. So it could just, it's not the fault of the foundation. Perhaps it's the fault of me dehydrating myself to the fullest extent. But I am actually really close to finishing this off. So I had this sitting, and this is about where the product was settling. Why is this like focused on my forehead instead of the line? I know I have a big forehead, but geez. Anyway, I am hopeful that I can finish this foundation by next update. I used it on my skin. Yeah, on my skin, on my face today. And when I was like pumping it out, it even felt like it was like sputtering a little bit. So I'm really hopeful that we'll have a second foundation empty next month. And then to replace the concealer, I'm actually not gonna replace with another concealer at the moment because I really wanna track my progress with my Tom Ford powder bronzer. I do already have one powder bronzer empty in 2024, which makes me so happy. And we're gonna end with at least two because I'm gonna finish off my Tom Ford bronzer. Now, I worked on this bronzer all year last year in my whole collection, Project Pan, and it took me forever to hit a pan. But I have continued to use this bronzer, and I actually just recently repressed this. So this is what this is looking like repressed, and I'm very excited to just track my progress, give myself the excuse to reach for this and finish this bronzer off. I did tell myself once I finished this very expensive bronzer that I would allow myself to purchase the Gucci bronzer, but I broke that promise to myself and I purchased the Gucci bronzer already at the end of last year. And I purchased the shade 3, which I was thinking was the right shade match for me based on when I swatched in store. But I also kind of want shade 2 because I feel like that'll match me when I'm light, and then shade 3 will match me when I'm like self-tan. So maybe when I finish this, fingers crossed, I'm hoping to maybe finish before the next, like the spring Sephora VIB sale, and then I'll allow myself to purchase the Gucci bronzer in shade 2. That's the plan. Anyway, you guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today's Rolling Project 10 Pan update. As always, I would love to know in the comments below, what product have you most recently either finished off or hit pan on? Let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video, for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.